Here's the basic 6-inch scale Miles Morales action figure. Comparing this Miles Morales with the Ultimate Showdown Miles Morales figure, we see slight nuances in the paint. Miles comes with a cool blue detachable web accessory. Articulation's pretty basic. He has full head rotation, up and down movement, head pivot, full arm rotation, elbow, and leg movement. This 6-inch scale Spider-Man 2099 is an alternate variant of the one from the Ultimate Showdown set. I love the stark contrast of red against blue. These colors look quite striking together. This sculpt is identical to the Ultimate Showdown version. Here's Spider-Man 2099 with his detachable web accessory. The articulation is essentially identical with the exception of the head, which seems a bit tighter on the Ultimate Showdown version. Now let's check out the deluxe figures. 6-inch scale web-spinning Miles Morales has a fantastic sculpt and paint with a cool texturized look that differentiates it from other figures in the line. He has a sweet spider logo on his chest. Because of Hasbro's design choice, the left leg looks a bit elevated. One projectile accessory is included. Squeeze his legs to activate the spinning action and fire a projectile. Articulation is extremely limited on this figure. His head has full rotation, some up and down movement, and there's some head pivot. His right arm with the web shooter is completely fixed in place. On the other hand, his left arm has full rotation. Neither of his legs move forward, but his right leg has that thigh cut. I'm not gonna lie, 6-inch scale spinning cannon cyborg Spider-Woman, part machine, looks totally badass. Cyborg Spider-Woman is part Spider-Woman, part machine with years of experience and a cannon for an arm. Man, take a look at that massive cannon arm, ready to obliterate anything in her way. The attention to detail is insane. Impressive indeed. Articulation is a bit limited. Her head has limited movement. Her cannon arm can rotate. Her right arm has some movement. Squeeze her legs to activate her spinning cannon arm. Let's kick off this epic haul by unboxing the Ultimate Showdown set. A 6-figure Target exclusive set with exclusive figures. This set includes 6-inch Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Punk, The Spot, and Marvel's Prowler. Next, we have an exclusive 6-inch scale Miles Morales figure. He has some nice detailing in his face with a nice mix of blue and black paint. Miles includes a yellow-colored detachable web accessory. His articulation is pretty basic. He has full head rotation, up and down head movement, head pivot, full arm rotation, elbow, and leg movement. 6-inch scale Spider-Man features entertainment-inspired details with an awesome sculpt and paint. Really digging the intricate details on his suit. Spider-Man includes a detachable web accessory. He looks movie accurate. He has full head rotation, up and down head movement, head pivot, full arm rotation, elbow, and leg movement. Sporting an exclusive transparent look, 6-inch scale Spider-Man 2099 looks badass. Loving the paint and intricate detailing on his chest. Here's Spider-Man 2099's detachable web accessory. Articulation is pretty basic. He has full head rotation, up and down head movement, head pivot, full arm rotation, elbow, and leg movement. With a deco inspired by the movie, 6-inch scale Spider-Punk looks pretty frickin' awesome. His sculpt and paint are well done. I especially like the spikes on his head. Here's Spider-Punk with his signature guitar accessory. Articulation is pretty basic. He has limited head movement, full arm rotation, elbow, and leg movement. With a unique spotted design with 4 arms, 6-inch scale, the Spot, the supervillain, looks like pure awesome sauce. The sculpt and paintwork look amazing. The only minor shortcoming with his sculpt is that his left leg looks like a separate piece. He has basic articulation. He has full head rotation and arm movement. What's cool? Squeeze the Spot's legs to activate his portal punching arms. Pretty cool, huh? Inspired by Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Marvel's Prowler captures his likeness from the movie. The sculpt and paint look fantastic. Check out the details in his face. He has basic articulation. He has full head rotation, up and down head movement, head pivot, arm, elbow, and leg movement. 6-inch scale Scarlet Spider has a very nice muscular build. Scarlet Spider is an intense Spider-Man who looks super cool fighting crime. Check out his ripped abs. Love the cool spider design. The paint really is striking and stands out with the red, blue, and white color scheme. Here's Scarlet Spider with his detachable web accessory. He has basic articulation. He has limited head movement, some up and down head movement, and some head pivot and arm movement, elbow, and leg movement. 6-inch scale Spider-Gwen looks true to film with entertainment-inspired details. Gwen Stacy keeps busy between band practice protecting her city as Spider-Gwen and keeping her spider identity a secret. Her sculpt and paint are nicely done. Check out her mask and hoodie and cool teal chucks. She includes a detachable web accessory. She has basic articulation, full head movement, full arm rotation, elbow, and leg movement. Let's take a look at the Titan Hero Series figures. 12-inch scale Miles Morales has a great sculpt and paint. Miles Morales faces a new villain with abilities that'll take more than one Spider-Man to defeat. Love the detailed spider logo on his chest, his beautifully painted minimalistic eyes, and the red stripes look cool as well. That port on the back looks ugly. Stock articulation. His head moves left and right, up, and with some head pivot. He has full arm rotation, outward swivel, wrist movement. He moves his legs. For comparison, here's the 6-inch scale Miles Morales and the 12-inch scale version. One disappointing aspect is that he's lacking the webbing design from the movie. Inspired by Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 12-inch scale Spider-Man 2099 is my favorite figure in this line. Miguel O'Hara tried to manipulate the genetics of former Spider people and accidentally turned himself into the best Spider-Man in the multiverse. While not perfect, I love the bold colors, amazing sculpt, and beautiful paint. You can strike a variety of cool poses with the pretty basic articulation. He has full head rotation, but not much head pivot, and hardly any up and down movement. He has full arm rotation, wrist movement, and leg movement. Here's the 6-inch scale Spider-Man 2099 and the 12-inch scale figure. 12-inch scale, the Spot is a freaking cool-looking supervillain. If the Spot can realize the true power of his abilities, he could become a threat to the entire universe. He's authentic to the movie with black spots all over his body. The sculpt and paint are fantastic. I love how his face has some depth to it, with a slight indication of a nose. His articulation is pretty standard fare. He has full head rotation. He moves his head up, but not down. There's some head pivot. He has full arm rotation and outward swivel. His legs move, but no knee and ankle movement. Comparing the 6-inch scale figure to this 12-inch scale figure, we see that 12-inch scale, the Spot, lacks those portal arms. Featuring entertainment-inspired details, 12-inch scale Spider-Gwen looks awesome. She appears to be pretty accurate to the movie. Spider-Gwen has grown up a lot over the past 2 years, keeping busy between band practice and protecting her city. Love her beautiful face and eyes, great sculpt and paint, and shoes. Her shoes are missing the teal color from the box. Spider-Gwen also has that ugly port on her back. Her articulation is pretty basic. She has limited head movement, full arm rotation, and her legs move, but no elbow and knee movement. Here's 6-inch scale Spider-Gwen and 12-inch scale Spider-Gwen. Now let's check out the complete collection of Marvel Legends series Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse collectibles. Holy frickin' moly! Inspired by Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 6-inch scale Cyborg Spider-Woman looks frickin' insane with an amazing sculpt and excellent paint. Part Spider-Woman, part machine, Cyborg Spider-Woman is intimidating, and she's jam-packed with premium details. Check out her amazing suit, that massive, slick-looking arm cannon. However, on the back, it looks like they cut some corners with the paint on her spider webbing. Let's take a look at the articulation. She has full head rotation, up and down head movement, as well as head pivot. Her cannon arm features full rotation but limited swivel action. The cannon, spikes, and barrel spin. Her left arm swivel is not as limited. She has elbow and wrist movement. In the waist area, she can rotate, tilt left and right, and there's limited backward and forward movement. Her legs move forward and out. There's knee and ankle movement. With true-to-film look, here's 6-inch scale Miles Morales in his full glory. Love all the artistic touches and texturized look. Stylish. Love how Hasbro included the unmashed Miles Morales head, as well as swappable whip hands. Miles' head sculpt looks fantastic. The sculpt and paint are amazing. Man, take a look at those red spider logos on the front and back of his suit. Awesome sauce. Although I'm not exactly sure why they have blue paint in areas. I really hate that neckline. It messes with the overall aesthetics. Surprisingly, he looks super thin compared to past figures. Let's talk articulation. Miles has full head rotation, some head pivot, and his head moves up and down. He has full arm rotation, elbow and wrist movement. He can do an ab crunch, but it looks jacked up when going to the extremes. He spins at the waist, but it's not smooth. His legs move forward and backward. He also has thigh, knee, and ankle movement. Take a look at 6-inch scale Spider-Man 2099, inspired by Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Hasbro designers nailed his signature look with an amazing sculpt and paint. Check out his face. That sick-looking transparent cape, he looks freaking immaculate. He comes with an extra pair of hands with some nice details. Let's take a look at articulation. He has full head rotation, up and down head movement, as well as head pivot. He has full arm rotation and outward swivel. There's also bicep rotation, elbow and wrist movement. He can do an ab crunch both forward and backward. He has waist rotation, leg, thigh, knee, and ankle movement. With his big body and small feet, you may have balancing issues with certain poses. Other than a few minor gripes, this figure is just pure awesome sauce. And for me at least, the best of all the Spider-Man. Inspired by Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 6-inch scale Spider-Punk, the British Punk Spider-Man looks badass. Digging all the premium details, the spiked head, neck collar, studded punk bracelets, detailed jacket, and those styling bright red boots with blue laces. They've even faithfully recreated his guitar. How cool. Sadly, he only includes one whip hand. The sculpt and paint are amazing, but there's some paint lacking on his bracelets, and his arms and legs are a bit thin. Let's check out his articulation. Spider-Punk has full head rotation, up and down head movement, and some head pivot. His arms have full rotation as well as outward swivel. There's also bicep rotation. He has elbow and wrist movement. Although he has the ab crunch, it looks ridiculously bad on this figure at the extremes. He rotates at the waist. His leg moves forward and backward. He has thigh, knee, boot, and ankle movement. While there are shortcomings, I appreciate all the fun poses this articulation allows for. Featuring deco inspired by Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, 6-inch scale The Spot is arguably one of the best Marvel legends in a while. I love his swaggy sculpt. He appears to be movie accurate with lots of nice details in his head, black spots all over his body, and great paintwork capturing the essence of the character from the movie. As for accessories, we have Miles poking his head and hand out of the Spot's portals. Miles' headpiece looks fantastic. He also includes an extra pair of hands. Let's talk articulation. He has full head rotation, up and down head movement, and there's a bit of head pivot. He has full arm rotation, and they swivel out. There's also bicep rotation, elbow, and wrist movement. His upper body tilts left and right, rotates, and moves forward and backward. His leg moves forward and slightly backward. There's thigh, knee, and ankle movement. Inspired by entertainment, 6-inch scale Spider-Gwen sports premium details and articulation. Love all the details. With awesome details in her hands and forearms, and teal chucks. I love how they've included not only swappable hands, but also an alternate mashed head accessory. Let's check out her articulation. She has full head rotation, down head movement, but not up. Her arms have full rotation, as well as outward swivel. She has bicep, elbow, and wrist movement. Her upper body tilts left and right and moves backward and slightly forward. Her legs move forward, but not really backward. She has thigh, knee, and ankle movement. Inspired by Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 6-inch scale, Peter B. Parker accurately captures his likeness from the movie. Cool spider logos on the front and back, sculpted abs, gray sweatpants, and he's barefoot. He includes an extra pair of interchangeable flip hands for some web slinging fun. Really wish it came with an unmasked Peter Parker head and complete Spidey suit. Let's talk articulation. He has full head articulation, up and down movement, and some head pivot. His arms have full rotation and swivel outward. He has bicep, elbow, and wrist movement. His upper body rotates and somewhat moves forward and backward. He has some waist rotation, tilt left and right at the waist, and forward and backward movement. His legs move forward and slightly backward. He also has thigh, knee, and ankle movement. 6-inch scale Jessica Drew is a modern Spider-Woman juggling crime fighting and impending motherhood. Love the sculpt, paint, and attention to detail. She's got on a headband, cool shades, bright red lipstick, and matching boots. A pair of alternate fisted hands is included. Let's take a look at articulation. She can rotate her head, move her head down, but not up. She has some head pivot. Her arms have full rotation and swivel outward. There's bicep, elbow, and wrist movement. She rotates at the waist. Her legs go forward but outward. There's thigh, knee, and ankle movement. Surprisingly, there's no boot rotation. With her big hair, it can take some work to get her to balance in certain poses. Let's check out the Funko Pops, including some awesome exclusives. Here's Miles Morales as Spider-Man, Funko exclusive Spider-Punk, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man 2099, The Spot, Spider-Man India, Spider-Woman, Spider-Bite, Medieval Vulture, Target exclusive Miles Morales, and GameStop exclusive Gwen Stacy. Fuck, I love this collection. What's your favorite collectible, figure, or pop from this collection?